My aim really for you tonight is we're going to look at the 7 foundational principles and how they relate to you as leaders. And then at the end, we're just going to do a little kind of assessment of where you feel you're at. Because what you'll probably find is what I find is that there are certain areas where you are actually very, very strong in a foundational principle. And there are other areas where actually that is your area of growth, that is your area of development. So at the end, we'll sort of round everything up with really an assessment of, well, kind of where are you at with these 7 principles. So let's dive on in right now. And I will be talking actually as to what spiritual intelligence is as we go through them, because spiritual intelligence really is an energy that weaves into every aspect of our consciousness. All right, so let's look at the first foundational principle then, which is an essential for any kind of leadership position, which is the belief, and not in fact just a belief, but a deep inner knowing in your true value and your true worth. Now, how many of us, if we're honest, have been brought up to believe that for a whole host of reasons, we're not worthy and we're not valuable? Let's be honest here. Who holds those beliefs? I'm not worthy, I'm not valuable. Because actually, I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of clients. I haven't met anyone yet who hasn't got some ideas about not being worthy and not being valuable. And yet, at the level of the truth of who you are, which your spiritual intelligence is always guiding you to, at the level of your truth, your true self, as I call it, who you are is of complete value. Who you are is totally worthy. It is only the ego in you that believes for X, Y, and Z reasons that happened to me, I'm not worthy. And one thing that your spiritual intelligence will always be guiding you to return to is that place of full recognition of the truth of who you are. I call it your divine self. It is that aspect of you that is connected to source, that is connected to a higher power that some of us call God. And from that place, we are literally created like Him, like that higher power. Our true essence is as whole, is as complete, is as loving, is as kind, is as tolerant, is as peaceful, is as calm, and is as valuable and worthy as He is. And the more we step into a recognition of that complete value and complete worth as the truth of who we are, the easier it is for us to be leaders in any capacity. And certainly for you all, I think most people here are entrepreneurs. You know, one key belief that you have to hold as a business owner is who I am and what I offer is of great value. And if you have any queries around that at an energetic level, then that is something that often needs to be healed. And it may be you've got to up your game a little bit. It may be you have to improve in a certain area. But what I found for me is I started to look at, well, you know, what do I do that really fits into patterns of not being worthy? You know, what is it that I'm doing that actually kind of acts in alignment with a lack of worthiness? And I really got to see that I wasn't presenting myself as fully as I could. When I was in conversations with people, I was always sort of keeping the focus off myself and being really interested in other people, really interested in their needs, really interested in their wants, and all the time not really being willing to talk about myself, what I thought, what my opinions were, what I was doing, what my work was. And you know, when you're like that, it's very hard to sell yourself effectively if you don't want to talk about yourself. You know, imagine trying to sell a business when all the time you're saying, oh, how are you doing? What happened when you did this? And how is it going? And it's very hard to sell your own business. So really coming to terms with and acknowledging who I am and what I offer is of great value is really what I would say a key foundation for any business owner or leader. And as I said, you know, if there's areas there that need to perhaps be improved, if there's areas we need to increase a little bit, then and up your game, then so be it. That's the area for your growth. But it's really important for us in every aspect of our lives that we show up in alignment with the fact that in our purity we are of great value, in our purity we are extremely worthy.